So next you're going to be seeing a dojo of one of the toughest Okinawan karate schools. It's called UECHIRYU. Here we are. They're training in there right now.
Okay.
Students of the UECHIRYU school undergo an extremely demanding training regime. They strengthen their bones with bone-on-bone practice strikes and toughen their bodies with punches. Experiencing pain leads to feelings of anger and the urge to retaliate. The ideal of this training is to eliminate anger as a source of conflict.
This is training to endure blows, even kicks, without flinching.
Wow. It looks really painful.
A beginner's body hasn't toughened up, so these blows are painful. But after 2 or 3 years, their muscles are tough enough to withstand it. The aim is to make the body tough enough to absorb attacks. It needs to be okay in that situation. And by intentionally abusing the body, a mental endurance is developed. That's a major goal. You learn how to endure the discomfort. That leads to self-mastery of mind over body. You acquire great mental toughness. What do you think?
I'm lost for words. It's very, very tough. I mean, I personally have a pretty low pain threshold, so just imagining how that must feel boggles my mind.
UECHIRYU uses some training methods that are almost unbelievable. He breaks the board with his fingertips. And this is not for demonstration purposes. It's a technique with a purpose. The fingertips are used for strikes at the opponent's throat. And an arm that can snap a baseball bat can do the same to a neck. Easily fending off an opponent's attack, and only finally, if necessary, exerting extreme force. This is Okinawan Karate. By cultivating an unflinching body, the karate expert intimidates the opponent into losing their will to fight, thus preempting conflict.
Everybody wants to be strong, but of course it's not easy. So can you tell me, why have you chosen this path?
Well, I think I just enjoy the process. Of course, the training is often grueling, but that's a hurdle that has to be overcome. It's the only way to advance to the next level. It's a sense of happiness and satisfaction from making progress through the process. That's what keeps me going.
That was all terribly impressive, but I kind of wondered, do you really need to go quite so far?
The various kata include fingertip strikes, toe strikes, thumb strikes. Unless they are capable of delivering a mortal blow, then they aren't all they could be. The kata should not be just for show. They have to be perfected to the extent that they can be used in combat. They have to be ready for action. That means training even your fingers and toes.
But this discipline is not just physical, is it?
It's both physical and mental. The ability to withstand pain and to become accustomed to fear. That requires both physical and mental sides. You can't be mentally strong but physically weak, or physically strong but mentally weak. They're like the two wheels on an axle. Both must roll freely. That's represented by kata and kumite. Karate has physical aspects, but it also involves intense training of the inner person too. That's the essence of it.
The ultimate object is not to use these skills, is it?
We constantly emphasize that to start a fight is forbidden. Absolutely. But look at me. I'm such a gentle soul. I can't imagine anyone picking on me.
I very much doubt whether anybody would want to attack you.
The ideals of Okinawan Karate are enjoying new appreciation around the world, with many people wanting to come and study it in Okinawa. In 2016, Okinawa Prefecture introduced Karate Day. It is part of a movement to spread information about Okinawan Karate as an element of Okinawa's unique culture.
One thing that's been going through my mind several times today is that karate, in a way, is like the ultimate deterrent. You learn all these really lethal skills, but you don't use them. On the other hand, you might do in a really, really tight situation. And it kind of got me thinking about nuclear weapons. The only thing is, if you do use a nuclear weapon, then that's it. You know, we're all gone. And it kind of struck me that it might be an idea if the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council could all go and learn karate instead.